Hey YouTube, I got another knife review here. This is the Ontario knife RAK, R-A-K knife. Stands for Ranger Assault Knife. And if you know anything about me, I'm a big fan of Ontario Knife Company. I haven't seen too many knives from them that I did not like, that I didn't think were good quality. This knife in particular is very interesting. I've never really seen another knife like it, and I really like it. It's a really nice knife. So this is the knife right here. It's big. It's beefy. See, my black shirt's kind of blending it out. There we go. This is it in the sheath. This is how it comes out of the box. So I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about it here. First thing, we'll talk about the sheath. Molly on the back, and lots of loops back here, so you can weave it really nice big, belt loop. You put it on a tactical belt. It's got 2 rivet holes up here. I don't know if you can see it. Rivet holes, so you could put paracord through there. Holes down here, paracord down there. Strap it to your leg if you wanted to. On the front, you got this clip, opens up, and you got a nice big pocket in here. You can put a knife, you can put a actually pretty good size sharpening stone, fire steel. You can put actually a lot of stuff in that pocket, which is really nice. So those are the things I like about the sheath. Downside of the sheath is, I don't know if you can hear it, it is rattling like crazy in here. I don't like that. I mean, if you're hiking and whatever, that's fine. But I mean, if you're going to use it, you're like, oh man, I want it for tactical use. I mean, that's loud, and I don't really like that. Not a very good firm fit. And the other thing is the Velcro. There's only Velcro on these 2 loops up here, and I think that 2 loops is kind of too many. This would be my recommendation. And I do sell these on Craigslist. I stand behind the knife. The knife is amazing. I'm going to get to it in just a second. The knife is like 9 out of 10. The sheath is like a 5. My recommendation would be 1 of 2 things. Either just get a whole brand new sheath, get a Krytex sheath, get a leather sheath. There's plenty of leather sheaths out there for like 15 bucks that'll fit this. It's a 6-inch blade. Yeah, get a Krytex sheath, or something like that. So switch out the sheath, or if you don't mind the rattling, because I mean it's in there, it's fine. But if you don't mind the rattling, what I would do is you can go to Walmart and get little buttons that you just sew through really quick right there on the Velcro. And then you can have the Velcro and the button, just so it's more secure. I'm not a big fan of just Velcro. And I'd probably just cut off this top one, use the knife itself, and just cut that top loop off, because it's kind of redundant to have 2. There's really no sense in that. But, I mean, it'll hold in there upside down how it is. I just like a button there to confirm the security of that knife. If you were to hold it upside down, if it was on your, I mean, that's big on your vest, but, if you had it on your pack upside down for some reason or whatever. Okay, so now onto the knife, which is awesome. Again, like I said, I've never really seen another knife like this. Here's the knife. Let's see if I can show that to you. That thing is sick. It is made out of 1095 high carbon steel, same steel that K-Bar uses, all the other Ontario, most of the other Ontario blades use. And it's got like a powder coating on it, not like a K-Bar or not like other knives that I've seen. This powder coating is almost like a rhino liner from for a truck, or something like that, truck bed. I mean, it's definitely there's some grip to it. It's smooth, but I mean, there's still some texture, like really fine sandpaper almost, which is nice. Got the flat black, kind of like tan looking. It's got the RAK logo. I don't know if you can see that. Here, I'm gonna try and put it. Let's see if you can see that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It says RAK on it. Nice. That's their logo. I guess this was designed. Most of these Ontario Ranger knives are designed by Army Rangers and stuff, and these are things that they want. So I know that these are definitely used over in Afghanistan and Iraq and different stuff like that. It says Ontario, USA on the other side. Again, I'll move it just so you can see it. Yeah, Ontario, USA. Full flat grind. 6-inch blade, like I said, nice jibbing right there. That's some really nice jibbing, just flat all the way across, no, whatever. So you got this really nice hand guard right here. So if you were using it in a tactical format, or you're just like just kicking the crap out of a tree, whatever, I mean, that's definitely going to work. It also has this nice choil up here. I'm really surprised they did that, and they did it well. So you can get up close, and do some really nice detailed work. I'm really surprised that they did that, and they did it in a really good way. I mean, your finger's not getting up against that blade or anything. I mean, you can really get in there and have a really nice tight hold of the knife. Micarta scales on here. It's really nice. And then you got your glass breaker on the back. And this spine is insanely, this thing is thick. It's a heavy, thick blade. You're going to do a lot of work. You can do a lot of stuff with this, both tactically, if you're like, just going in there, if you want it for a tactical knife, or if you're like a survivalist, this would be awesome. For a really big, you can baton the heck out of this thing. At the glass breaker, at first I was like, well, what's the survival, if I'm out there in the woods, how's that really going to help me? But then I thought right away, I was like, wait a second, you can use this to dig dig a hole for your latrine if you need to, dig like a kind of a loosen up the ground for a tent stake, or if you're making your own shelter out of the trees and branches and stuff like that, you can get kind of a hole in there. This spike actually is really helpful with the lanyard hold. So definitely a little heavy on the top end. The blade is definitely, you kind of feel, which is nice. That's exactly what you want it to be if you're hacking and cutting and swinging and doing trees or whatever. That's good. Yeah, definitely a little bit blade heavy than the handle. Though it does actually, I'm really surprised. That balance is pretty good there, man. Look at that. I did not expect that. Wow. Okay, so the balance is actually pretty good. It's just, I think your hand is kind of far back, and so you kind of have the tendency to just kind of want to go forward with the weight. So overall, a 9 for this blade. This thing is sweet. It's very unique. All your buddies are going to be like, whoa, man, that's awesome. As well as it's going to get some good use, and you can definitely do some good stuff with this knife. Nice and sharp out of the box. Sheath, like 5 stars. Not as good. It's okay. Yeah, but if I was personally owning this knife, I would figure out I would either modify that sheath or get a different one. But the blade itself is awesome. I do sell these on Craigslist. Check it out. These are awesome knives. So thanks. That's for the Ontario RAK Ranger Assault knife. Awesome blade.